Sakhir, Bahrain is the second venue for the IF1C calendar, the second ever race of the series, and it takes us to a brilliant location. Set out in the desert and a former camel farm, it will be brilliant. This is the view from practice, but when it gets to the race, it will be under the floodlights. So sit back and get ready for an amazing race.
Hello and welcome to Bahrain. I'm Josh Total and alongside me, my good friend Milton Hamlin.
Hey.
So, we're here in Bahrain for the second ever race of IF1C, and what a venue to take place in.
Yep, of course, this time around Bahrain is a night race held under the lights. Going to be interesting. It's always been an interesting track for Grand Prix. It's the only Grand Prix that we have in the desert, so is it going to throw up interesting results? You're damn sure it is.
Yeah, exactly. Now, previous years when we went to F1, it's a day race, but this is a night race. Do you prefer it in the day or do you prefer it in the night?
Well, Grand Prix are always better at night, aren't they? It just makes it more of a spectacle.
It does. It makes the car shinier. Now, clearly, there's a couple of people who want to continue their race from Australia. But before we get into that, let's have a look at what happened in Australia. So, here we go, then. Here at Albert Park, Melbourne, in Australia. 15 laps of action. It's Josh Total and Milton Hamlin here. And, of course, we've got a great race in store. Joseph Willows on the pole position. Matt Orange in second position. And then we have Michael Warren in seventh. And Alan Mooney is in third position. So, 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And the new era of racing is go, go, go! A good start from Joseph Willows. Matt Orange trying to keep up with him in the McLaren. Can he get the position? Has he done enough? He's taken the lead from Joseph Willows. Fantastic start from Matt Orange. And now James Head side by side with Joseph Willows as well. Can James Head take second place? He's actually had a great start from fourth on the grid. Down inside into turn 3. Has he got a bit of contact? But James Head up into second position. Fantastic start. Down inside into this corner. Oh! Contact between Bob and Ollie, and now Redmore's up into position, but he's gone too deep at the third to last corner, and Glazebrook gets him back. Now we're right on board with Joseph Willows. He's on the back of James Head, and now he's going to have a look at James now for the position, and now down into the chicane. Has he got him? Yes, he has. Up into second position, but he's compromised his exit for the chicane. Can James Head get him back? And he has. So Joseph Willows is going to have to work hard to get that position back. He's locked up. Ooh! Oh, dearie me, what happened there? Oh no! Oh, he shoved him off. That maybe have to be an investigation. And Ali Mullay's crashed it. The McLaren has crashed it. Matt Orange's teammate has crashed it.
Listen, oh no, God, that's not going very well, is it, Bobby? You've taken him off now as well. And then we've got
on the first
got the yellow flags, no overtaking. So he's slowing the field down, and that is not gonna go. That is gonna anger some drivers on the track there.
Getting loose. He's got loose, and now Redmore can capitalise, and he's got him.
Whoa, what a move from Redmore. Very optimistic.
That's
not gone at all well, has it? You've taken your own teammate out. There's just been an incident between the two of them. Glazebrook trying to steer out of it, but James Head going right. That's going to promote the run in fourth place for the Mercedes. Now back on top of the game once more as Matt Orange wins in Australia. Well done, lads.
Matt Orange wins the Australian Grand Prix. Joseph Willows crossed the line second. He had a little bit of issue with his capture card. But Matthew Redmore in the fourth India, he's going to cross the line in third position. What a drive.
EJ Malia will be very pleased with that indeed.
Oh, not again.
It's going stop there, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, James
no. Connor hit him. Connor Smith hit him. I don't know whether James had swerved to him or what. But that has cost James had 6th position, and now that's under investigation. Titani is going to cross the line in 8th position. So, it was an interesting race, wasn't it?
Yeah, very interesting. Some interesting, the field's definitely starting to set its pace, and we know who to look out for.
Exactly. Matt Orange doing a brilliant job, but can he continue it here in Bahrain?
I think he'll be able to. He's shown good talent showed very good talent in Australia, and he is the running man, the current favourite going into this race.
He is definitely. Now, let's just see how well he did so, because it's now time for the qualifying report.
It was a mix of technical problems, qualifying bans and all the rest. Technical issues involved Michael Moron and Wade Cuba. They both suffered electrical issues during qualifying, and because of that, they weren't able to take the start of the race, meaning they will have to sit on the sidelines and hope their teammates can do any better, which didn't actually happen. Joseph Willows managed to qualify 7th, a disappointing result. That pole in Australia seems but a distant memory for him. He's going to have to make a lot of positions up if he wants to salvage something. Maki Katani on the other hand did do well, even though Ferrari don't think it was good enough for them, by qualifying 6th, so equaling his personal best like he did in Australia. He's hoping for better results though, after only finishing 8th in Australia. Two men also sat on the sidelines, that being Bobby Hunter and Jake Walmsley, both receiving qualifying bans for their actions in Australia. Connor Smith did well in the Red Bull to qualify 4th, and then there was a three-way battle for pole position between the two McLarens of Aluminier and Matt Orange and the Williams of James Head. James Head took pole earlier in the session, and it looked like he was going to hold it off as no one could beat him. But during the last few minutes, Aluminier then took pole position late in the session. It was all down to Matt Orange to see whether he could snatch it, but he could only manage a front row start for McLaren, leaving Aluminier on pole position for the Bahrain Grand Prix, this time not making a mistake like he did in Australia, where he ended his session early. That really paid off for him.
From Melbourne in Australia, we cross all the way to Asia for the second round of the championship, and it brings us to the Sakhir International Circuit, also known as the Bahrain International Circuit as well. As you can see, it has changed a lot, and from a lot of things, including this runoff area over here, and has been used for different layouts in the past due to Formula 1 having its 60th anniversary. It first got broke down in December of 2002 and opened in March the 17th of 2004 to have its first Formula 1 race on April the 4th, 2004. So pretty much 444, the luckiest day of the year of that year. It's a Hellman Tilke designed track, and it has major events such as Formula 1 for the Bahrain Grand Prix and testing, the FIA World Endurance Championship, V8 Supercars and the FIA GT Series. The length of the track is 5.412 kilometers, which in miles is 3.363 miles, 15 turns and 14 laps of action. It's going to make for a fantastic race indeed. Let's hope for a good one. Let's have a look at a lap of this track. So here we are on a lap then with 5th place man Ollie Glazebrook. Now there was no footage of his best time, but this was, I believe, his second best time. So going down the straight, he's flicking on the DRS and to start the lap. Going down the straight now on 7th gear, now up into 8th gear now. Doing 206 miles per hour, 208, 209, 210 he did there. Braking down to 2nd gear for the first corner. And then there's someone getting out of the way. Through turn 2, through turn 3 in 5th gear. Down the straight now, 6th. And he's going to climb to 7th. Is he going to climb to 8th? No, not enough straight. Braking down to 3rd gear. 2nd gear, I should say. Now lifting up to 3rd. Get back on the power straight away. Now through this left, right, left sequence of corners. 6th gear. Keep it in 6th. Make sure you don't drop a gear through there. And now coming into the hairpin where you go down to 2nd gear again. Make sure you don't get on the power straight away. Otherwise you'll spin the wheels off and you may get into a spin. 5th gear now. 6th. Braking into this double left-hander, down into 2nd gear, and then get back on the power straight away. Ollie gets a little bit of wheel spin there, but it shouldn't cost him too much time. DRS now, 6th gear, 7th, and now is he going to go up to 8th gear? No, he just runs out straight to get 8th gear. Now 5th gear now, flat out for this right-hander, 6th gear, keep it in 6th, he can go up to 7th in the middle of it. Now through this right-hander, down to 4th gear, he gets a little deep. That shouldn't cost him too much. It will cost him a little bit of time, I should say, but not too much. Up into 6th gear now, and now he's going to lift it up to 7th, and now coming into the final corner, and now get back on the power straight away, up to 4th, up to 5th, and he should sprinkle with DRS at the top of that, and that is a lap of Bahrain.
So here is the grid then for Bahrain. Aluminier is on pole position in the McLaren with his teammate Matt Orange 2nd, McLaren locking out the front row. James Head is 3rd with Connor Smith an impressive 4th. Ollie Glazebrook improved from his Australian qualifying but still not great, he's 5th with Matthew Tatani in 6th. Joseph Willows is a disappointed 7th with Joshua Anderson in 8th position. At the back is Bobby Hunter and Jake Walmsley after they both received qualifying bans. Michael Moran and Moise Cooper couldn't fix their cars in time and they have to sit on the sidelines. The other 4 drivers that also didn't compete were Callum Mills, Conan Wells, Matthew Redmore and Josh Stronach.
So, interesting. McLaren dominating the qualifying, locking out the front row.
Yeah, and they don't even have the fastest car, so it's very interesting to see them get there. I mean, they've had good form this season.
They have, definitely. And a surprise, Aluminier this time not making the mistake like he did in Australia, this time getting the pole.
Yep, very, very good pole position from him. He's going to be pleased with that. Can he convert it into the win? We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, exactly. Now, it's going to be quite interesting. There's only 10 cars. 2 people having problems, definitely. That being Michael Moran and Waze Cooper. Unfortunately, they cannot take it to the grid because they couldn't get the car sorted in time. So that's really going to affect them in the championship and even the constructors.
Yeah, that's not going to help them at all. I mean, looking through the grid, there are some interesting surprises, aren't there?
There is definitely, especially Matthew Titani, again, taking another 6th position on the grid. But can he do better this time?
I think he might be able to. And now I'm going to ask a question because that's unorthodox. Is there anyone who you're disappointed with on the grid?
To be honest with you, there's Joseph Willows, in my opinion. He's down in 7th in that Mercedes. Clearly did not find the pace at all. So I don't know what his plan is going into the race. He's probably going to have to make a brilliant comeback if he wants to salvage something.
Yeah, he will have to. I mean, he does have the fastest car on the grid, but that doesn't count for much when he's down for 7th. He's really going to have to work for it.
And it doesn't help when your teammate's got a technical problem. Right, before we get to the race, who do you think's going to win?
My bet's on Matt Orange. I think he's going to make it 2 in a row.
Yeah, I'm going to say this time, if he can beat Matt at the start, I'm going to say Aluminier for the win. Well, that's our predictions, but we must get down there to find out anyway. So, let's get to the race. So, here we are then, here in Bahrain. It's Josh Turtle and Milton Hamlin yet again here, and we cannot wait for 14 laps of action. There's no rain predicted, which is good. Aluminier on the pole position, a brilliant qualifying from him, making McLaren look at the front row, and there is Matt Orange in 2nd position. So, today we have views from Matt Orange's McLaren, and we also have views from Ollie Glazebrook's Williams, Matthew Titani's Ferrari, and Joseph Willows' Mercedes. So, we've got 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we're underway here in Bahrain. It's a good start for Aluminier, a fantastic start for him. Look at James Head on the left. He's made a fantastic start. Can he get second off Matt Orange? Into turn number 1. I think he's got it done. No! Contact between Head and Orange. Willows gets a little bit of a tap. I don't know who that was, but he's up into 4th position, and Glazebrook's up to 2nd and 5th position on the grid. A lot of people taking advantage from the carnage that was going on into the first couple of corners. Now going into turn number, I believe this is turn number 4, and James Head on the inside. He gets a tap of oversteer, and he shoves Joseph off the track. Not his fault. He got a tap of oversteer, a snatch of oversteer, I should say, and he's gone off there. So the oversteer's still kicking in there, and that's put Joseph back up to 4th. So a lot of carnage going on.
Yeah, interesting start there. I mean, let's have a look at Glazebrook's point of view of the start there. Gets a decent start. Connor Smith on the outside of him. And we can probably get a better view of this whole start incident here. So let's have a look here. Yeah, Matt Orange just gets slightly edgy under brakes. Maybe he had cold brakes. I don't know. Maybe that just didn't help the matter. You probably overshot it. Hit James Head. Luckily, didn't cause too much havoc. He has to tarnish through the whole incident here. As he gets a half decent start. He manages to get off the line well. And then up through the gears coming at turn 1. Be interesting to see if he got involved in anything. As you say, we break here. Tony, yeah, he managed to avoid the majority of it. Just clatters Matt Orange there. But that's pretty much all that happened. And then he got the havoc as well. A couple of connection problems from the others as well. Having their views and things. And, a bit more contact here as well at the start. And that was James Ed and Matt Orange. So,
and Bobby Hunter.
Yeah, that wasn't very brilliant. He's got Anderson behind him then at that point. So let's have a look at Ollie Glazebrook now. Coming into this turn here. Oh, Ali Manir's gone off.
He has definitely now. Ollie Glazebrook now in 2nd place. Can he get the lead? He has. Ollie Glazebrook takes the lead from Aluminier, and the incident between James Head and Matt Orange is under investigation from the stewards. So we'll see what happens there as Ryan Boy and Matt Orange now on the back of Joseph Willows, and Joseph Willows breaking later for that corner. He's gone wide. Can Matt Orange take him? No, he can't. Connor Smith just reappeared from a ghost, and Matt just had nowhere to go.
Yeah, I mean, Joseph went wide here. He's trying to chase the cars ahead. He goes wide. Pitman says, I'm going to go for it, and then just clatters Connor, which, well, it was just unfortunate, wasn't it? Just where he was at the time. Yes, Tatani. See, Tatani got through, but Matt Orange wasn't so lucky.
Yeah, exactly. And that's put Titani up to 4th now. We're on a board with Glazebrook now. And Aluminier wants the lead back off him. Definitely, he's tucked up behind. He won't have the DRS yet because it's not enabled. It's enabled this lap, but he won't be able to use it yet. He's on the inside. This is just pure slipstream. He's going to the inside, but Glazebrook just holds it around the outside and keeps the lead. And the incident between James Head, Bobby Hunter, and Matt Orange is under investigation from the stewards as well. So Matt Orange, last weekend it was Ollie Glazebrook who was getting involved in the incident. Now it's Matt Orange's turn as there's contact between Tatani and James Head. Oh no! Connor Smith comes out of nowhere and spins Tatani around.
Yeah, that hasn't gone well for him. He has a replay of the incident. Obviously we got James Willows' view here, but
Joseph.
And then Joseph, I'm getting the Willows brothers mixed up, and there's Matt Orange view of the whole thing. Yeah, that was just interesting incident, and Matt Orange, he's coming into the pits. He's coming into the pits on lap 3.
And the incident between those three turned out to be a lag issue again.
Yeah, so here comes Orange into the pits then. It's interesting he's pitting this early. He's got to go for the primes, but can he make them last 10 laps? That is it's a very interesting strategy from the man who currently leads the championship, Matt Orange. And, well, I can't say it's going to work out. I'm not sure.
Aluminier's crashed it.
I am skeptical it's going to work out unless there is a safety car for Matt Orange. And I doubt that's going to happen. But I think he could be onto something here. I'm not sure. So he comes into turn 1, exits in...
Safety car.
Well, I'll be damned. He has got it right. Matt Orange has pitted just before the safety car comes out. And, well, he has Ollie Glazebrook, but...
You need to have a look in the mirror for this. And he just hit the bollard. He hit the bollard. It seems that Comas still hasn't fixed that issue with the bollards. And now into the pits comes Glazebrook now. People are going to take advantage of this.
Yeah, he wants to capitalise on the safety car. Here comes Joseph Wills as well. Pretty much everyone will be pitting now, I think. Just because it's a chance to get a free set of tyres. A free chance to get onto the primes with less wear than it would be if there was no safety car. Glazebrook comes in too, gets the tyre change done. Williams crew working away on that very well.
Indeed, definitely, and he's still out ahead of Joseph Willows, who seems to be Glazebrook's newest challenger now for the lead.
Hang on a minute. Anderson's gone through to second. He hasn't pitted yet. That's very strange.
He did that last weekend as well.
Oh, yeah, he did, didn't he? Yeah. Oh, I see what he's doing. Oh, Josh, you never cease to amaze me. I know what he's doing. Josh.
What is he doing?
He's just trying to get his 15 minutes of fame. I think he wants to lead this race for a bit.
Exactly. Tatani has now come into the pits for his prime time, so he's down to 7th, I believe, or 8th, whatever it is. Round and board with Joseph Willows now. And James has lost the connection. Technical issues again. Not what he wanted.
Definitely not. That's going to hamper his chances even further. He was running quite well. And that is only going to be good news for Joshua Anderson because he was ahead of James Head anyway. And he's a Geordie and James Head's a Mackham. It's going to be probably 2-0 in the rivalry. I don't know.
No, it's 1-1 now. It's Joshua Anderson.
And there goes Anderson. Yeah, he just wanted his 15 minutes of fame. He was leading. Glazebrook takes the lead. It's going to hamper him, but you can't see he didn't have fun, can you?
Yeah. He spent some time in the lead as now the safety car is coming in this lap.
And look at Glazebrook, 20 miles an hour on the straight. That is Jensen Button form, that.
Yep, that's what Matt Orange did last weekend as well.
Look how slow he's going.
He's backing the pack up, and now he's got on the power straight away. Remember, they cannot overtake until they cross the first safety car line, which I think that was it there. Now, through the last corner, they are allowed to overtake now. He's going on to Rich 3, and Joseph's going slightly to the right for some reason. I don't know whether he's trying to get some extra grip or something, but the race is back underway. As Jake Walmsley now, look, I think that's Jake Walmsley, yes. Jake Walmsley has come into the pits.
Yeah, now, I don't know why he didn't do that under the safety car. He could have easily done that then, but that might hurt him even more. Oh, look, here comes Orange down the outside of Willows now. Can he get the place made into turn 1? Yes, look at that, by a mile.
Fantastic move from Matt Orange. His strategy has definitely paid off. The safety car has really paid off for him. He got involved in a lot of carnage at the start, and now he's got a chance to win the race again. Now we're on the board with him. He's on Glazebrook. He's on Glazebrook now. He's on the inside. Can he get Glazebrook for the lead?
He's got the DRS, so he should.
I think he's got him. He has got him. Matt Orange takes the lead, and Glazebrook... Oh, no.
What was that, Ollie?
Oh, my God. And now Joseph Wells is going to try and take advantage of this as well. but he just shoves him off the track, and a bit of technical issues there.
But that was a very strange incident. I hope we get a replay. Yeah, he does. He does that, and Glazebrook just dives down the inside, tries to get the place back, gets a bit of argy-bargy with Orange and Willows there. I think that was a bit of a naughty move from Glazebrook.
I think it was definitely. He clearly is a bit greedy to get the win, clearly. He's been doing that a lot. He even did that in SFL as well. He's running above with Tatani, and as Smith, he's looking to the inside of him, but he can't get the job done. So luckily, Smith can actually see him from his screen. That's very good. And Glazebrook, Willows, and Orange under investigation. That incident right on board with Orange now through the right hander, and he's going to have another look at Glazebrook. Oh no! They both made contact, and yes, Hunter's came out of nowhere, and he's taken the lead, as Willows is taking second.
Wow, that is definitely.
Oh,
where did he come from?
Oh,
And
no.
he's off. Well, that was short-lived, wasn't it?
That was clearly lagged there, because that did not look like a touch from Willows' screen. So clearly lagged there, as now we go through the right, and it just looked like an over-aggressive move there from Matt Orange.
It did, yeah, that could have been what it is. And then Tatani managed to get Matt Orange. That has not worked out for him. He's down at fifth now as Orange from the lead of the race.
He is definitely now down the straight. He's taken fourth, but Matt Orange is doing the switchback.
And oh, that was an interesting move. I don't know whether he cut the corner there. And he's round. There goes Tatani. And well, that's another incident to add to the list. The Matt Orange is being involved in today. Double wave Jello's out again. But here's a replay from Orange's point of view as he comes down the back straight here into the corner. Yeah, Orange actually clips the corner by a mile, and well, Tatani jumps ahead.
And he's actually ahead of him on his screen, so he didn't touch him.
Yeah, that is a bit of a discrepancy there. That's probably, if it's different for the two drivers, it's going to be nullified, isn't it? Because, well, we can't decide for sure. So here comes Connor Smith down the inside. Look at that. Beautiful move, made easy, clips the curb slightly, and then, well, and he's got fourth place in Orange back where he was. And here's Ollie Glazebrook, the race leader. I think he's probably going to be able to hold on to this, but it's still not over yet.
Oh, Hunter's lost it on the curb. He's lost it on the curb, and now Josie Willards can get an advantage of this.
As I was just going to say, everything is still to play for with a couple of laps to go. And Glazebrook and Orange is under investigation there, as you say, but we still have 3 laps to go, 12, 13 and 14. There's still a bit of racing to do, and we can't count any of the people who are in contention for the win out yet, I don't think.
Yeah, definitely. Now down that straight, and now round the boy with Matt Orange. Oh no, Bobby Hunter's crashed.
And that is definitely, well, he was running brilliantly. Now he's crashed it. I doubt at this late the stage they'll bring a safety car out for that. So that is very unfortunate for anyone who's further behind because, well, it's just too late. And Connor Smith runs well wide through there, and Orange might be able to go. He has capitalised. Look at that. He's straight through, got the DRS. There's no way Connor Smith's going to be able to get back now.
Yeah, definitely. Now he's up into third position. He's past Connor Smith for third position, and he wants to try and get the other two, but he's got less laps in which to do that. Now here's a view from Ollie Glazebrook. You need to keep an eye on the mirror to see what happened through the right-hander, and he hit the bollard. Another one who hit the bollard.
Yeah, the bollards are made of steel today, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, definitely. Now, look at this. There's a battle for the lead emerging with 3 laps to go between Ollie Glazebrook and Joseph Willows. Can Joseph Willows get the win in the Mercedes? This would be awesome for him. He's having a look. He's got the DRS.
Yep, he is, and Glazebrook going left, right and centre, making that defensive move he's entitled to make, but he has the battle line going in, but gets a bit of wheel spin. Can Willows use this to his advantage?
He's sticking with him.
Now.
He's sticking with him.
He is sticking with him as they go too wide, almost too wide. Willows goes back down the back behind. Glazebrook to get a draft now, tries to go too wide again, but he isn't close enough. It seems that Willie...
Glazebrook has got a little deep, but Joseph just can't see the... He's on the inside, but I think he may have to back out of that one because Glazebrook was turning into the corner. So Joseph will have to think a little harder there, but this is definitely going to go down to the wire, this battle.
It is, yeah. I think that Williams has just made a stronger stuff today. It just seems to have the better package overall. Glazebrook managing to hold off Willows, but as he's having another go, he's a feisty one as Joseph Willows, not giving up ever. And now we come down the back straight again. Willows will have DRS. Glazebrook going up to race mix, maximum power.
He wants
with the engine right down the outside, and Glazebrook's helpless to stop him. But he's got the inside line again, and Willows can't turn in to get the place.
He's looking on the out. This side by side for this corner, side by side. What a fight!
Yeah, this is... Hey, calm yourself down, Josh. You sound like you're gonna have an aneurysm, mate. But this is absolutely scintillating racing between the two as we're gonna come into the final lap. Glazebrook playing with his fuel mix left, right, and centre. Can't decide what he's going to do. He's got to make a choice, hasn't he? But
Well, I've
he's
lost the
got
back end a little bit there.
Yep, cannot decide. I don't think he wants to decide. Last lap now, ladies and gents. This is it.
It is this. Can Joseph Wellows get the lead? He's only won 2 league races in his career. He would love a third, but that's if he can get past Ollie Glazebrook, that is. People claim he has the faster package, and he's clearly proving it. But he needs to find a way past Glazebrook if he wants to win today's race. From 7th on the grid. What an amazing drive from him, nonetheless.
Yeah, he's had a fantastic drive anyway. And Glazebrook to win it, it would be brilliant if he does win it. Even if he doesn't win it, he'll have done well. But he seems to have a good gap over Joseph Willows now. But as we know, we've seen this race. It's so unpredictable. You can't call it until the very end. In fact, it's just one of those races, isn't it, where you're gripped onto it for every single section. Now here we go, down the back straight. Glazebrook versus Willows. Last chance for Willows, I think. He's got only a couple more.
Yeah, definitely. Joseph just not close enough down the straight through the left-hander. I think this is where the Mercedes has better traction through here, and it's clearly showing because he's getting closer and closer. I think he's only got one more chance in which to pass Glazebrook, and it's down this back straight, leading to the final corner. Can Joseph get the slipstream off the Mercedes? I mean, the Williams, I should say.
He's not close enough. He doesn't have the DRS. I don't think he's got it. He doesn't have it. Yep. We know what's happening now, don't we, ladies and gents? I'm going to hand you over to Joseph because it's his responsibility. I'm letting you do it, mate, this time.
Josh, thank you very much, mate. Ollie Glazebrook wins in Bahrain from Joseph Willows. Matt Orange crosses the line 3rd. Matthew Tatani is going to cross the line in 5th position. A great result for him in the Ferrari. A fantastic drive for the Aussie. So, after that amazing race, here is the final results. Ollie Glazebrook just managing to win the race from Joseph Willows in 2nd, Matt Orange 3rd, and then it's Connor Smith 4th with Matthew Tatani 5th, Joshua Anderson in 6th position, and Jake Walmsley in 7th. The 3 drivers that did not finish were Bobby Hunter, James Allen, and Alan Minier, but because they were classified in the top 10, they still get the point. In the Drivers' Championship, I'll only read out the top 3, but it is Matt Orange still leading the championship from Joseph Willows, but Ollie Glazebrook is just 1 point behind in the top 3. There is the rest of the standings, with 2 drivers still, I should say about a few drivers still yet to get off the points going board, but they are the championship standings. Now let's get back to the studio. Sorry, forgot to mention, in the Constructors' Championship, Mercedes lead on 48 points, with Williams moving up to 2nd on 43 points, McLaren are 3rd on 41, with a tie for 4th between Red Bull and Force India, but because Force India have got a podium this season, Force India are 4th, with Red Bull 5th, Ferrari 6th, Toro Rosso 7th, and Lotus still yet to get up the points going board. Now let's head back to the studio. So, what a fantastic race. It was Ollie Glazebrook who just managed to beat Joseph Willows, and you got to say, Joseph Willows just unlucky there.
Yeah, didn't quite manage to make it, but still a very interesting race nonetheless. But well done to Ollie for winning it.
Yeah, exactly. There was a lot of controversy going on, wasn't there? Even with Matt Orange. Last week, the controversy was with Ollie Glazebrook. This week, it's Matt Orange.
Yeah, we can't seem to go a race without it, can we?
Yeah, without one person getting into a lot of controversy. So, this race then, do you think it was a brilliant race overall?
Oh, I thought it was a fantastic race, yeah. Brilliant to watch, brilliant to be part of, and just as a commentator, and, well, makes me wish I raced.
Yeah. Do you think that this is a great venue for a night race then, after watching that?
I think it was a brilliant choice to run it at night. I think it was a fantastic idea, and, well, yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, exactly. And there was one guy who won it, Ollie Glazebrook. Let's catch up with him, including the 2nd and 3rd place driver, in the press conference. We would like to apologise for the technical problems involving today's press conference. This was caused by an audio issue which affected Ollie Glazebrook and Matt Orange, which meant you could only hear Josie Willows' voice. And because we are tight on time, we cannot redo the voices. But the good news is we can rejoin the coverage of IF1C Bahrain. Again, I must apologise for the technical issues. So, some interesting stuff in the press conference. Well, now it's time to review the conclusion to the incidents that came out. There were 4 incidents to investigate, a lot of them involving Matt Orange. Oh, well, all of them, in fact. But let's see if they're all his fault. So, the first incident between Matt Orange and James at the start concluded to be Matt Orange's fault, and he receives his first warning on the ladder. So, he's got to be careful of his faulty brakes.
Yeah, gotta watch it at the start. Yeah, otherwise things like this happen. Second incident, that was one between James Ed, Matt Orange, and Bobby Hunter. Now the stewards couldn't come to a conclusive decision on that one, so they're actually going to continue to investigate it, and the result will be posted after Monaco. So that's a very interesting way. That's a very interesting way to conclude that. I definitely didn't expect that to happen.
Exactly. Now the third incident that we saw between the incident between Ollie Glazebrook, Joseph Willows and Matt Orange concluded to be Ollie Glazebrook's fault. That one where he did the dive bomb and he receives his first warning on the ladder. So he's got to be careful of his overtaking, because even if you see a gap, you've got to be very tactical about your overtaking and don't just go for a gap because it could easily shut.
Yep, and there is one more incident to review, and he said Matt Orange needs to be careful. Well, I think he really does need to be careful, because this last incident involved him as well. It was between him and Glazebrook again. This one was concluded to be Orange's fault, and since he's already got a warning, he's now going to receive a qualifying ban for Spain, so that is going to hamper him.
It is, the championship leader. Now, I've just got some latest news, actually, that the stewards have actually made a mistake about that second one. It's actually going to be Canada when they resolve the incident, not Monaco. So, a bit of a mistake there, or a little bit of a typo error from the stewards there, but we'll see. You can't help but typo errors, can you?
Yeah, maybe they should have done better in English.
Yeah. But overall, they are all the incidents. Now, what a fantastic race we've had, and well, the next one is in Spain, in Catalonia. Can we have some more fantastic race like we did in Bahrain?
I hope we can.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we'll find out anyway next weekend when we are at Spain. But from me
and me,
it's goodbye, and we'll see you in Catalonia.